Okay, okay. Are you okay with me? Oh, you're afraid of me. Okay, so I'm allowed to pass in this path. Are you my friend? Are you a friendly dog? Friendly? I guess so. So I just went to that garden because I saw on the map there was like a green place nearby. And as soon as I went to that green place, which is, I thought maybe it's a nice park or something, I noticed that the road, there's like no tourists anymore. Even though it's only like a few hundred meters walk from where the ship arrives. And I decided to go there, and then I saw this really cool looking place, like with some kind of sheds and chairs. I decided to walk in, and there were like 3 Turkish guys like having like a smoke, and they were really happy to talk to me, although using the help of Google Translate because they didn't speak English, only Turkish. But they were really nice. They offered me the tea for free. I tried to pay, but they didn't let me. I was actually very surprised. I asked, like, do tourists not come here? Apparently everyone just walks to the castle and walks back to the pier. And no one dares to walk into one of these streets. If you're ever here, just go for a stroll around and maybe you find a nice hidden, peaceful garden with nice Turkish men or women. Alright, so I got to my hotel room. I already noticed that Kayseri is not the most, let's say, lively place, but it seems very religious. Way more religious than Istanbul. My hotel room is positioned in such a way that you can hear maybe in the background the mosque is right in front of my hotel room, so I will enjoy the mosque prayer, I guess. I don't know if it will go on through the night. I'm very surprised there's literally not a single person here. Not a single one. Not even locals. No tourists. There's a museum. Literally not a single person to be seen. In this castle, which is in the center of town. I mean, the town in general, for a town with more, well, city with more than 1 million people, you'd expect at least people to be around the streets. But so I think I finally found where all the people in Kayseri hang out. I feel like it's a certain age bracket of people that are here, but at least it's busy. There's definitely people around. This park is also completely empty. There's literally no one. It's a huge park. There's this amazing backdrop of these mountains, and there's also other mountains. But I just genuinely wonder where the people are. I mean, the old people are out. They are at the mosques, but it's kind of amazing in a sense to have this park to myself. But I just wonder where everyone is. It took me a while also to find a restaurant to have some lunch and breakfast as well, actually. The people are fasting for Ramadan, so that makes sense. That's the sign of life, that there is life in the city. The mosques, prayers are going on a lot. This morning I was woken up at like 5, because the mosque next to my hotel also starts at 5. I guess because of Ramadan. I don't know if they always do that, but yeah. Finally, there's a few people walking around, but yeah, it's literally just a few in this really big park. It's insanely big, and they're like, yeah, maybe 10 people walking around. I have to say, it is a really cool park because of the view with these amazing mountains. However, the park is so clean and so well maintained. It gives me like North Korea vibes a little bit. Okay, so I have to take back some words. There are young people in this town, and they all assembled at this basketball court in the park. 6-7 people playing basketball. Still doesn't explain why the park has to be so big and why there needs to be 2 basketball courts, but okay. I have concluded that either this park is not finished and no one knows that it's open yet or something, or the park was just built and no one had an interest. Because look at the amount of benches. Like, there's a bench there, there's a bench here, then there's no one there. Like literally every, yeah, but literally every, what is it, 100 meters there is a bench, and they're all empty. And the park is like, I would say a few kilometers long. It's I have to look it up. I think I just looked up the name. It's named after the Turkish president, Erdogan. He must be quite popular here in Kayseri because his face is everywhere. I mean, in Istanbul you see his face sometimes, but here there's basically not a place where you can stand without seeing his face. As a matter of fact, I can see his face. Here there are 2 big posters on the apartments that I'm looking at now, and that's Erdogan actually. So that was the Recep Tayyip Erdogan Millet Bahçesi. I probably butchered that pronunciation, but it comes down to that it was that is the Erdogan Park. I mean, it looks nice. You have an amazing view. Everything is perfectly maintained. There are lots of paths. The only people you are gonna come across are a few lost people like me and the people maintaining the park. I would think that if this park is going to be as busy as it seems like it's capable of being, as in people sitting on the benches, and I feel like this park can have like thousands and thousands of visitors every day, then I would probably hate this place. I understand you're fasting, but that doesn't mean that you can't go to a park. So I don't understand where everyone is at. If you just want a chill day, you just want to have a nice walk, you just want to take some pictures with the beautiful mountains, then I definitely recommend this place. It's very nice. Alright, so I arrived at my hostel. I was actually quite, well, let's say scared, because I've never been at a hostel with 10 beds. In Istanbul it was 4 beds, and I already thought it was a bit hard to sleep sometimes with that, with 3 other people. And so now I'm in 10 beds. By the way, we're in like a cave kind of room. I don't know if you can see with the current light. But it turns out it's just me and 1 other guy. So it's 10 beds, 3 bathrooms for 2 guys. This was Kaymakli underground city. I picked this one because I thought there would be less tourists, because allegedly the one at Derinkuyu, which is way more popular, which is only like 10-minute drive away from here, that's the one where all the tourists go on their tours. Right? And so all the buses stop and they drop them, and then you're in a group of like 10, 20 people. Somehow there was sun 5 minutes ago and now it's snowing. It's kind of snowing or hailing actually. We went from sun to hail to snow now. Just as quick as the snow came, the sun is back. Teşekkürler.
Afiyet olsun.
So the restaurant is run only by women, and the owner of the place where I'm staying said that it's supported by Turkish government to help women, you know, get a job. And food was really good. The prices were also reasonable considering we're in a very touristy area, like the castle on the back. So I definitely recommend to go there, support the local women, but also eat some great food instead of going to the really touristy places, and I also noticed that there were no tourists. Well, I mean, in general, it seems like I'm the only tourist here, but there were some Turkish people eating there. I think it's a good plan to go inside the castle. Crazy weather today. Now I'm at the top of the castle, all alone still. The weather is a little bit better, but wow, this view. The view is magnificent. I'm not sure if you can even see it on camera. You can see the sun there at the mountains, the amazing landscape over there, and then the town here. It's really amazing. It's really beautiful. So as you can see, the weather is way better now. I climbed the castle twice because when I climbed here it was like snowing, but when I was on top I was like, I need to fly my drone here. I could already envision the shots. It was worth it, I think. So we're back to hailing again. Now it kind of feels like I'm here in winter. Or it's snowy, except for that the leaves, that the flowers are on the tree. It's so quiet. It's literally not a single soul to be seen or heard. And it's just completely silent, snowy. Amazing. Looks like the sun is on its way here again. That was a moment to fall on camera, but I did not. And it's sunny again. Hello. I have friends now. What do you want to show me? This is a friendly dog. And it's snow time again. Hello. Are you friends? Are you friends? Friendly dog? Yes. You're my friend. So I just went to the supermarket to get an ice cream, and I came out of it and the dog was waiting, sleeping in front of the supermarket. And once I got out of the supermarket, the dog stood up and is following me again. Right? I feel like it's not even a question of whether I'm adopting him, but he kind of adopted me, I guess. Where are we going? Okay, he's gone again. No, he definitely is following me. Okay, so what's the deal? You want me to adopt you? I think the dog wants me to adopt him because he's been walking with me for the last, let's say, 10 minutes. So where are we going? Okay, dog, this is where we part ways because I'm actually going that way to have some dinner. And you clearly have to go that way, right? So you're definitely staying here, right? Are you gonna get a new person? Ah, maybe the dog is done with me now. I think he found another person that he wants to join. That's all fine. Oh no. Dog is back. You want to be with me, huh? We should really part ways here because it's dangerous for you, dog, to to cross with me, you're doing it anyways. Earlier there was also nice dogs, but unfortunately I can't take you. Maybe he understood that. I can't take him. Then he's gone. Doesn't feel extremely safe, this one. Alright. Whoa. This is actually quite a phenomenal view, and you can even see the Uchisar castle where I was yesterday all the way in the back, because the snow car stopped. There's a bit less cloudy now, and so the view's pretty good. Whew. Bit of a tiring climb though, definitely worth it, I'd say. I arrived in a new town. This town is called Chavushin, I think. Chavushin, something like that. Completely deserted, but allegedly there is a castle. There's definitely no people here, but I guess there doesn't have to be people for there to be a castle. Now I do notice that there are a lot of dead people here. There are a lot of grave stones also on this side. But surely there must be some people who are alive, you would think. So this place was also just like the one in Uchisar. This one is also it's also based on a project by the Turkish government to give women opportunities to work. And it was also really good. And to be honest, here in Göttingen, everything is extremely overpriced because of the tourists. It's very touristy. So not only is the food good, and is it a good project to support, but actually I found it to be like the most reasonably priced place in here. Although to be fair, it's not like the interior is extremely nice, but it doesn't have to be. It's about the food, you know. You go to restaurants, you go for the food, and I think it's a good project to support. So this is also Istanbul, whereas, you know, this is on the Asian side. Where I am now, there are no people even. You know, because on the European side it's full with people, full of tourists, especially. On the Asian side I already noticed like way less tourists, but here in this part, it's called Moda. We're at the sea. To be fair, the weather might help. Okay, so I got wet. Got wet from the waves. I was like thinking of making a nice shot of this area, but now I got wet. I mean, I was gonna get wet anyways, apparently, so it doesn't really matter that the waves got me. So now it's like storming. Quite an experience. It's quite a serious storm, actually. Now I regret a little bit that I went here. Near the sea is probably not the best place for me to be during a storm. Anyways, see if I can find somewhere where it's dry. Have coffee or something. So I think that the building behind me is a university. University of Health or Medicine, something like that. I mean, at least that's what I understood of it. But here's another really big, beautiful building with a statue. Let's find out what that is. I have no idea actually. Yeah, so it seems like some kind of army building. It's really big. I have no clue. I will have to look it up later. I'm very excited. I'm on my way to meet someone from Turkmenistan and to go to a Turkmen restaurant here in Istanbul. It's just basically the second best that I can get, because it's basically impossible for me to actually go to Turkmenistan, except for if you get a very expensive guided tour with a guide at all times with you. However, apparently there is a Turkmen community here in Turkey and also in Istanbul, and I managed to find someone who wanted to show me and let me try Turkmen food. So I'm very excited. And of course it's in the Asian part here, it's where all the locals are. Now it's evening, there's way more people out here as well. It's bustling. But also I met another person from Turkmenistan yesterday. She also wanted to show me a Turkmen restaurant today. I had to say no, because I'm already going there, and someone else already invited me. It shows the Turkmen hospitality, I guess. I don't know how are you supposed to find someone in peak hour Istanbul, but okay, we'll see. Oh, yes. Okay, this is Turkmen place.